Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us for another webinar where owners share their experiences. And today we are just thrilled to have with us a Californian who we know goes through lots of things with their government rules and regulations out there. And Stella has been at this for a very long time, so she has survived the California challenges. And she's here today to tell us a little bit about some of the things that she thinks has really helped her to survive the challenges and do a really great job with her cleaning service. So welcome, Stella. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, my cleaning service is Stellas Cleaning. We did incorporate the company about 3 years ago. I'm located in Newbury Park, California, and I have been in business for 25 years. So I have 160 repeat clients so far, and I have 8 ladies helping me. Actually, 7 ladies and 1 man. So 4 part-time and 4 full-time. I have a team of two. Sometimes they like to go solo, so they go solo. So I have mix, and so basically that's it.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, Stella, you really get some work out of these people if you're cleaning 160 repeat clients with 4 full-time and 4 part-time cleaners. They must work a lot.
They work a lot, yes. So everybody has their own route. And then they go and do the job, and we are able to cover all the needs of our clients.
Well, I'm thrilled to see you're this fast because it'll speak highly for the efficiency of CORE. So who does the training and who gets them all this fast at your facility? Who's the trainer?
I am, Sharon. I am the trainer. I am the only owner of my company, and I do the training so far. So I do the marketing.
Do you have anyone in your office? I'm sorry. Do you have anyone in your office, Stella?
No, I don't have anyone else in my office. I manage the business by myself. Actually, I have an assistant, but she is not coming to my office. She does it remotely. In a part-time basis.
Okay. Wow, you're doing great. There are not very many owners who have over 100 repeat clients that run it themselves. So you got a lot of energy there, Mrs. Stella. Okay, so let's talk a little about the training. You purchased CORE training in October of 2012. I took the 2012 off like an idiot, but it was about 2 years ago. And so that means you spent like 30-some years training without it. How did you train before you found CORE?
Sharon, I really didn't have a method. What I was doing is work with the trainee on site. So, and show her how to do things, just doing it together. So I didn't have any visual methods. I didn't have any specific or procedures to do it. So I learned how to do it in the way that I like to clean. I was teaching or training my ladies. So really, it took too long. Sometimes I have to work for months with some of the trainees in order to let them go by themselves and say, okay, you're ready to do it by yourself. So it took lots of hours and effort to train my ladies.
My goodness, did you say it could take as long as a month?
Sometimes they took a few months, so a couple of months working together with them, sometimes 8 hours a day, sometimes, part-time, sometimes 3 or 4 days a week. It depends on the demand from our clients. But I have to go with them to every single house and work together.
Stella, you're one patient woman. I don't think I could handle training a new employee for more than 4 days, much less 4 months. You are remarkably. No wonder you've been at this for so long. So, what were you looking for? Obviously, you were looking for some help so you could cut this back a bit. What were you looking for in-house cleaning training videos, and why training videos?
Well, Sharon, as you said, it requires patience and also a big effort to train people in the way that I was doing it. I didn't know how, what else to do. So when I found your training videos, my God, it was like, oh, this is going to save my time, my life. So I decided to buy them. And when I saw all the content of the videos, I was completely thrilled. So I thought, well, this is going to save me a lot of time to myself, and it's going to provide more efficiency to my trainees. So what I found is that I was able to train more professionally. It was easier. That was the best part. Easier to train my training, and the results, of course, they were fabulous. So we can talk about it probably in a few minutes. But basically, what stimulated me to try the videos was easier, save time. It was completely professional training.
Interesting. Okay. So what are your 3 most effective training tools to date, 2 years later? What do you find most effective? And, yeah, let's answer that first.
Okay. Well, definitely, we were using the aprons as the first tool. We were using some kind of uniforms, like the T-shirt and those aprons that you put on, how do you call those aprons? Cobbler? I don't remember.
Yeah, they're full aprons.
Yeah, they cover your whole, upper body. So we changed that. So now we're using the aprons with the hooks, and the aprons that you suggest and you have them available. So aprons is the first tool that we found. It was very effective and very useful in our industry. The next tools that we found very, very useful, and they help a lot, it's the apron toolkit. So, easy to use, very convenient size, and we keep them on us all the time. And the feather duster, that was another tool that we found. It was something necessary as a housekeeper.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I'm in Chicago, freezing, but I just left my home in Texas last night, and I never leave a dirty house. I own a clean service, so I died in a plane crash. I would literally die if somebody went to that dirty house. So I had to fly through it quick. I could never have done that without the feather duster, and I'm going to say everything looked really nice in my house. I mean, you can't do the whole house like that every single time, but there's certain items you have to use a feather duster on. I don't know how you get wicker clean without a feather duster. Or
exactly.
I had a client at my house last week, an owner for Business in the Box and at the ranch, and he said, I was training him, and he came to the artificial flowers, and he was passing them by, and I said, wait a second, I paid $300 for that bouquet of flowers. You got to clean it. And he never, ever had done that, because I don't know how you do clean artificial flowers without a feather duster. So I'm with you, Stella. I'm an advocate of them. You just can't use them too much. You have to still hard dust some things. But
Yes,
so,
exactly.
of the 3 things, what's your favorite tool and why?
Okay, I would say the apron. Why? Because it saves time and effort. Means that if you bring everything that you need to work on you, on your, let's say on your body. So also because it looks more professional, and probably the last thing to say is that it protects our clothes from stain. So probably those three reasons are why our favorite cleaning tool is the aprons.
Do your cleaners feel the same way as Stella?
No, not anymore. Okay. Ask me the question again. Are
your cleaners as sold on the aprons as you are?
Yes, they are. They are completely. So they are, every day. So part of our tools is the apron. So they completely sold, and they use it every day. Yes.
Now think back to 2 years ago. How did they feel about the aprons 2 years ago when you introduced them to them?
Well, at the beginning, there was some kind of hesitation because they thought, oh, it's not going to work. So we're going to be bringing some bottles hanging from on our side. So probably it's going to be too heavy. Probably it's not going to be very comfortable. But after a while, we wanted to give it a try. And after a while, we found that it was more effective that way, and it wasn't really uncomfortable to wear the apron.
I agree, Estelle. I think if anything now, it's uncomfortable not to have an apron on because you don't know where to put this stuff. It's like, where am I supposed to put all this stuff? So I noticed that last night when I was cleaning without an apron. I'm like, well, this is clumsy. So really, they do become part of your routine. So your second favorite thing is the apron toolkit. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Well, as I mentioned before, the apron toolkit is very convenient on the size. We love the toothbrush, the professional toothbrush, and it's very, very convenient size, and oh my God, it does a very good job. So especially cleaning the grout, corners, as you can probably know. So that is one. We think it's very necessary to use it every single day while we clean houses. So that is the second favorite cleaning tool. The third favorite cleaning tool, as I said also, is the feather duster. Why? Because it saves time. There are some areas that we don't need really to use our hands and a cleaning towel to dust. So, and it's when the feather duster is very useful. Save time, very efficient, removes the dust in certain areas, and then job done in just a few seconds.
Perfect. So before we go to the three major reasons to use core training, I want to ask you something. So how it used to take you, like you said, anywhere from a week to 4 months to train somebody. How long does it take now to train the average person?
It's just, let's say, it's just a few days. What we do is we always start with, I never send anybody out to clean without, first of all, looking the videos together. So we have to start from there. And we repeat them sometimes by sections, like kitchen first, bathroom, bedroom. So we go by sections, and we try to be very thorough and answer questions and look at the videos as much as we, very thorough. So that's the word. So after that, we go inside. I always like to see how the performance of my new trainees. So I go with them and I clean along with them. And we always are, asking and answering questions and remember what we saw in the videos and correcting things. So some of the ladies already have certain experience, and it's sometimes faster to train them. Some other ladies, they have zero experience, so it takes a little longer. But I would say, on average, it takes a few days, probably like 4 to 5 days, different times. Sometimes it's not in a row, but it takes like the average a week maybe.
Okay. And do you think that the actual process has made you faster? I mean, 2 years ago you weren't using the aprons, you weren't using the core process. Do you think that they've gotten a lot faster? Does it take them less time to clean houses now?
Definitely, Sharon, definitely. So at the beginning, to retrain my ladies that they had been working for me for a few years, it was kind of a, why are you going to train us? Because we have been cleaning for a long time. So what else we need to learn new? And I said, well, my first, the way to convince them to willing to take this retrain, to take this new station of retraining, it was, we're going to be more faster and efficient if we take this new session. So they got excited, and they were willing to come and got together, and we knew we were going to have a long session, and definitely they got very excited. They started making changes in the way that we were cleaning, and now they think that they spend less effort. The cleaning it's better. They feel that definitely it helps a lot making changes in the way that we were doing it before.
So you did say it's better. So you think that your quality has also improved, even though you're using feather dusters now?
Well, the feather dusters, we use them like in the bottom part of it as absolute furniture. So of course we know where and when to use certain tools, and that's why probably we're able to cover 160 houses.
Yeah, no kidding. So has your customer count gone up in the last 2 years? Did this help your customer count? Do you know what you were at 2 years ago as far as clients?
I don't remember exactly. I wasn't able to check my records, but probably we were able to grow maybe 25%. So I would say that in the last couple of years, we were gaining lots of new clients, especially by referral. So surprised me, because right now a lot of the new customers come from referrals. So before referrals or referral from our own customers, they always have had, but more slowly. So right now I can tell that it has been growing, the referrals from our customers. Of course, we have other sources to get new clients, but it surprised me how many referrals from our customers we're getting during the last couple of years.
Nice tribute to your company. So, full circle back to what's here now. Really, it is. So the 3 major reasons you think someone should use core training are?
Number 1, it's going to save time and money when you train. So same thing has happened to me. Number 2, the training session or the training period is going to be more efficient. That's number 2. And the number 3, I would say the visuals help a lot to understand the message that we want to deliver to our trainees.
I like the way you worded that last one, because it is a message. I mean, there's a certain way of cleaning here that's different than what most people say. Well, yes. Estella, I can't thank you enough. So I assume that you're thinking, I mean, some people think, oh my gosh, $399 for English or Spanish is such a huge investment. Can you speak to that?
Well, to me, at the beginning, you know, I thought, oh wow, so it's as you said, it's a big investment. In being a small company, you have to know where or how you're going to spend the money. But definitely, I thought if I want this a different result, I have to invest. And as I said, when I got the videos, and after a few months, seeing my ladies being more happy because they thought, oh my God, instead of spending 5 hours in this house, we can spend maybe 4 hours, 4.5 hours, and the result is going to be even better than before the training, the retraining. So that made me feel this investment is worth it. So as a business owner right now, I understand if we want to improve, we have to invest. And definitely buying the videos, it was one of the wise investments from my company.
Wow, thanks, Stella. I'm glad to hear that. I am, because I wouldn't want to refund your money. No, no, I am glad to hear that. I have to say that, and I've been very fortunate with that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, Stella. I have Stella's phone number here and her email address, and I'm sure that you are willing to take phone calls, right, Stella, with any questions?
Of course. Yes, I will be very happy to answer any question. And I want to thank you, Sharon, for this opportunity to share my experience in buying the training videos, the core sessions. So definitely, I highly recommend other cleaning services to invest in these videos. If either if you have been in business for a long time, like me, 25 years, and after 23 years, I found the videos and it's worth it. Or if you're going to start a new cleaning business, so start with the right foot, buy the videos.
Wow, thanks, Stella. Well, I'm going to thank you because you don't need to thank me. It took you some time to put this all together. As I always say to our audience, these things don't just happen overnight. We put a few hours into getting together and figuring it out and getting the PowerPoint together. So thank you so much for your time, and I really hope that our audience appreciates what you're trying to share with them, because they are your competitors, Stella. So, thank you again. You have a wonderful holiday season. Is there anything you want to say in conclusion?
Well, not really. I think I already said everything.
Yeah.
And it's just that everybody enjoy the holidays and work hard. I would say don't work hard. I say work hard and enjoy the holidays.
And make lots of money. This is our window to make lots of money. Lots of money.
Exactly.
And y'all can help me out to make lots of money by buying core. No,
Exactly.
So, thank you again, Stella. Thank you, audience. And I will see you next week when we're going to bring you someone who's going to talk some more about our biggest challenge in this industry, which is clearly our employees. But this is a big step, and as Stella said, in making your employees happy by helping them to be more professional. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.